did you discover the guitar, or who did discover it for you both?
Television. Seeing the Beatles on television and listening to pop songs on the radio. And my sister had a guitar and I didn't, and I was mad. So my parents gave me a guitar for the next birthday or Christmas, and I started from there.
Yeah. And Vicki?
For me, my father was my first teacher, and he played all the time, and so I played all the time, and we listened to Zorba the Greek, and Joan Baez, and James Taylor when I got older, but at first it was just watching my father, and I just learned everything from him.
Can you remember your own first song? Your very first song?
Yeah, I know it.
Yeah, you know it? Could you play it for us? Today, tonight?
Yeah, I'll play it. I play it for you. Now?
You can, yeah. How old were you?
I was 5 years old, okay?
The guitar part was like this. And the lyrics were like this. I'll be gone, I'll be gone. I'll be gone, I'll be gone. Oh, I'll be gone.
Awesome!
It's the first public performance of this song.
Now tell me, what do you think that makes you excellent guitarists?
Anybody in the arts that reaches a certain level has to be compulsive about it. You have to be focused, at least for a certain period of time in your life. You hunger for it. Every day you want to get to it and discover new things and get down the techniques and find out, dissect what other people are doing. You know, why did Eddie Van Halen make that sound? Yeah. You know, you sit there with the tape going over and over and over to figure it out. And, you know, as opposed to being an accountant, if you're an accountant, I don't think people wake up and, God, I can't wait to get to those numbers.
Where does the passion for playing comes from?
It's hard to say where the source is. It's something like, why are we alive? That's how deep the question is. You can't really answer it. It's just there, or it's not. Sometimes it's there a lot. Sometimes it's, you know, when I'm jet lagged, I don't even want to touch my guitar. You know, it just comes and goes as life does.
And Vicki, what makes you excellent guitarist?
You have to have the passion. You have to have the love for what you do. And if you have the love, you put the hours in. And it's not work. People ask me, how many hours do you practice? I don't hardly ever practice. I always play. And when I play, sometimes I work on things. And sometimes I work on a technique and play very slowly. And maybe this is practicing. But for me, it always feels like I'm just playing. So hours and hours and hours and hours. And at certain points, I get help from other teachers. And I found a wonderful book maybe 10 years ago, which taught me some new things about practicing, which really, really took my playing to another level. And I went to see a teacher for 2 or 3 lessons to ask him about how I'm holding the instrument. And he put my strap in the right place, and all of a sudden, I'm playing better now. So I find lots of ways to keep growing, but number one is you have to be with that instrument. And if you don't feel it, then it's, I think do something else. But I also have a gift, and I was given a gift. I was born with a gift that made guitar easier, I think, than other things.
Is there anything that you love more than playing the guitar?
eating a good meal with friends. Certain other things I can't say, but it's very high on the
Sign
list.
language?
Jennifer?
Actually, yeah, in the last 6 years, I've gotten into other arts that I love just as much. I got into making glass art, doing stained glass and fused glass where you cook it in an oven. And I became completely obsessed with that. Every day I would be down in the garage cutting glass and thinking of new designs to do. And I always had 10 designs in the future that I haven't got to yet. I got stained glass software, and I'd be making patterns when I was on the road because you can't take the tools on the road or the glass.
Yeah.
Actually, I'd like to try that with the airlines, though. Bring about 900 pounds of glass in the overhead bins. See what they say. And then when I decided to do a multimedia show with film, I got a hold of filmmakers, and I didn't get enough films made, so I had to learn how to do it. And now that's become the most intense obsession ever. Just sitting with a laptop for 14 hours in a day, loving every minute of it. Just thinking, oh, just one more hour, and then it's next Tuesday, and then it's November. So it's all the same to me. Creativity in different facets. It's gone from audio to visual and then back and forth now.
Imagine that you're listening to an audio tape, an audio recording, and you play and you hear just a guitar playing. Do you think you could recognize if it's a man or a woman who is playing?
Oh, I've never been asked that before.
I think it depends on the kind of music it is. That's my answer.
I don't think I could. Not anymore. Because women have come so far in the last couple decades about getting in touch with the more aggressive side. And there's players out now that are very aggressive about their playing. And same with men, have gotten more in touch with their feminine side. So like Jeff Beck is a prime example where he can be on 11 and just guts streaming out, and then he'd play at a whisper with a ballad. Of course, I would know his sound in a heartbeat, but there's a lot of players I would not know the difference.
And Vicki, could you explain in more details what you just said?
No, I don't know if I can. It's a strange question. I mean, I answered it very quickly, but I think in the genre of electric guitar, it's harder to tell if it's a man or a woman playing, and I probably couldn't. I think in my mind, someone playing more of a folk music, I might be able to tell, but I think maybe that's just bull crap. Maybe I wouldn't be able to tell. Because I think what Jennifer said is true also. I think the sexes, male and female, are broadening in current times, where I think men are able to express more emotion maybe than in the past. Broad sense, I think same for women. We're able to, I think both of the sexes are expanding, and I think in music, in art, in everything. And I think it does make it harder to tell. Is that a woman or a man? Yeah.